I was craving a Big Mac from McDonald's, and I was like, you know what? Let me try to make it at home. So I made a Big Mac salad bowl, and it came out so good. If you guys want to try it, do it me, please.
Tomorrow's my birthday, and I'm having people over to grill tonight, so I'm going to teach you guys how to make Juicy Lucy's. I have at least 10 people coming over, so I'm going to use 3 pounds of beef, 3 eggs, 1 for each pound. It helps them hold their shape and keep the cheese in. A fairly generous amount of garlic, 1/4 of a white onion minced, mustard powder, and mix that shit with your hands. I'm sorry, I don't make the rules. Cheese. Fold once, fold twice. Make a bunch of them. Take about that much. Flatten it out. Doesn't have to be pretty. Cheese. About that much. Plop it on top. Smooth it over and push around the edges. Flatten and fold the edges over. Boom. Keto egg noodles. I am so excited I found this recipe. These are delicious. I put all of the ingredients into a blender. Give it a good mixing. When you're done mixing it, you need to pour it on 2 sheet pans. Spread them out really thin. Pop in the oven at 300 for about 13 minutes. When you get them out, you'll be able to poke them a little bit and they feel firm. After that, you need to start rolling them up, kind of like a little pinwheel, or a big pinwheel, I guess. I think next time I make these, I do want to add garlic powder or some Italian seasoning just to give the noodles a little more flavor. I don't think I added enough salt. Once you get them all rolled up, you need to cut them in however big you want your noodles to be. I like fettuccine style, so I made mine a little wider. They roll out nice and neat like this. And then when you get them all done cut, stick them in your bowl. We did chicken and Alfredo sauce with them, and they are delicious and super filling. Hey guys, today I am going to show you how to make a really quick keto pizza with these ingredients. First, slice your cheese just like that. Add them to the paper plate like this. Then just add a ton of pepperoni. Put it in the microwave for 2 minutes. Doesn't that look amazing? Add that everything but the bagel seasoning right to the top. Use a generous amount.
This tuna salad has no mayo in it. I use Greek yogurt instead. Mix the dressing, add the tuna, celery, red onions, and mix together until it feels good. You can have it by itself, on top of salad, or in a sandwich. So good.
Pizza sub. This is one of my favorite recipes. It's super easy. The first time I posted this, it got over 1 million views. Grab a sub roll and your favorite pizza toppings. You bake this in an oven at 450 degrees for about 10 to 12 minutes. I chose banana peppers, olives, pepperoni, but you can choose whatever you want. The result is an awesome.
This creamy ass pasta sauce has only 3 ingredients and not one of them is cream. Just add some olive oil, some frozen or fresh broccoli, some smashed garlic, and some salt to a pan and then saute it up till it's bright green. Cook some pasta in some very well salted water and then add that water to a blender with your broccoli mixture, some hemp hearts for protein, and the juice of 1 lemon. It's so good and so easy, you'll never believe it's
Easy summer salads number 3. 1 diced yellow pepper, 1 diced white onion, 1 can black beans drained and rinsed, 1 can sweet yellow corn drained and rinsed, 2 cups of arugula chopped. In a food processor, add 1/4 cup of mayo, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, juice of half a lemon, half a teaspoon of paprika, half a teaspoon of cumin, 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Then food process. Then pour that over your dish. Mix it up, garnish with some limes, and enjoy.
Here's how to make the best roasted broccoli on TikTok. No, but I'm serious, it's really that good. Take your broccoli, wash it, dry it, and cut into pieces that look like that. Drizzle it with olive oil and season it with salt, pepper, and garlic powder. And mix it all together. Pop it in the oven, and it'll look like that when it comes out. A little lemon juice, and some freshly grated Parmesan cheese off the block. Just kidding, it's this stuff. Add a little on top. Mix it all together and you're done. This is the best broccoli ever.
Look how fresh that was. This is a croque madame croissant. Croissant dough, ham, Gruyere cheese.
So I start with these low carb tortillas. These are the macros. So net carb of 4. and I just pop it in here and I toast it. And I put 2 tablespoons of this on there. And then I have 5 ounces of chicken that I plop on. Chicken. And I just add some spinach because I like it. I usually do half an ounce of Monterey Jack cheese. And the most important part is oregano. And I do red crushed peppers because I like spice. I put it on a baking sheet and pop in the oven. Broil on high. 5 minutes later. And this whole little guy is only 292 calories, 6 net carbs, 36 grams of protein, and 12 fat.
This loaded hash brown casserole is an amazing savory side dish. In a bowl, mix together 1 cup of sour cream, a half cup of heavy whipping cream, and 8 ounces of cream cheese brought to room temperature. Then add a 30-ounce bag of hash browns that have been thawed out, 1 pound of fried and crumbled bacon, 3 cups of shredded cheddar cheese, a half cup of green onion, and season with smoked paprika, salt, and pepper. Stir until it's well combined, and then add 1 stick of melted butter and stir it in. Smooth the mixture out in a 9x13 baking dish and bake at 375 degrees for 45 minutes or until golden brown, and enjoy.
You always hope that they won't change. You always hope that they'll come back. Why is there always that one that got away? You always hope that it'll last. You always hope that it won't fade. Oh, why is there always that one that got away? Oh, if there is a reason, I don't know what it is, but I just felt it.
This black bean and corn salad has the most delicious chili lime vinaigrette. Start with 4 ears of cooked corn, cherry tomatoes, bell pepper, diced jalapeno, and red onion. If you're going to use for meal prep, leave out the avocado and cilantro. We're also going to be adding some black beans for protein, and this is the magic. This is the chili lime vinaigrette. Assemble your salad and then pour the vinaigrette over, toss it all up, and enjoy.
If you want to know how to make the best pesto in the world, keep watching, because I got a secret tip.
Bring water to a boil and add a pinch of baking soda. Have a bowl of ice water ready. When the water is boiling, add in all your basil and cover it. After a few seconds, it turns bright green, so just lift it out and put it in the ice water.
The baking soda increases the pH of the water, and so that's what makes it really, really bright green, and it basically won't ever turn brown. So the chlorophyll, which is what causes it to be green, is going to be trapped, and then it won't ever go anywhere. Now let's get back to the pesto. You'll want to squeeze all the water out of the basil. Add extra virgin olive oil to a tall container. Add in the basil, rough chopped garlic, fresh grated parm, and some walnuts, and a bit more olive oil. Blend. Salt, and a squeeze of lemon juice. Give it a taste and remember to like and share this video. And trust me, you can cook. Look how green it is.
Can we all just agree ribeye is the king of steak? Time to convert some more steak grillers into pan fryers. Now let's go! Temper for 30 minutes, lightly oil, and rub it in. The one and only rosemary salt. If you know, you know. Sergeant Gilbert reporting for duty. Finely ground. Both sides, dip that fat edge into the seasoning and all the way around. Rippin' hot D5 all clad. Lincoln Bio avocado oil. Steak in, fat cap down. Tilt the pan. About 2 minutes, then drop the steak. 4 minutes and flip. Sear another 3 minutes and rest 5 minutes. Stick with me, my friend. Turn the pan off and add some crushed garlic. Add some shallots and your unsalted butter. Turn the heat back on to low. When the butter starts to foam, steak back in. Pan back and baste. Time on that steak. This is a big steak, so when it hits 125 internal, give it a good 8-minute rest. Halfway through resting, give it a flip. Slice her up. Look, if you love food, if you love cooking, and you love to learn on TikTok, you need to be following me. Please remember to like the post. You know I
Today I'm going to show you how to make some creamy red beans with rice. You can soak your beans overnight for about 8 hours. Make sure you pick out the bad beans. I did a quick soak. I can give more information on that later. I'm rinsing them off to put it back in the pot. I cook my sausage, onion, bell pepper, and garlic for about 5 minutes. There's a sausage and the beans that I used. I put everything in the pot along with my smoked turkey necks. Make sure you use smoked meat plus 7 cups of water. I brought it to a boil, turned the fire down to bring it to a slow boil. About an hour and a half, I added my seasonings. Make sure you're stirring every about 20-30 minutes. I added 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter. Make sure it's unsalted. And I cooked it for about another hour. Here is the ending result. So creamy and so good. I made some chicken in the air fryer. And I put shrimp in mine. He's allergic. We finished it off with a 0 sugar Smirnoff. And yeah, I hope you enjoy.
I saw these, so I had to try it. Truffle BLTs. We had these for dinner tonight, and they're so good. 3 tablespoons of almond flour, 1 tablespoon of mayonnaise, 1 teaspoon of water, and 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 egg. I doubled it because I wanted to make me and my husband one. Mix it all up, put it in your little mini waffle maker. Don't do what I did and put too much in there because that's what'll happen. You'll know when they're brown, when they're done, because they'll be kind of like golden brown like that. Take them out, do it all over again until you're finished making your tops and bottoms. Put a little mayonnaise on there, lettuce, bacon, and tomato. And slap the top on. Bam! You're welcome.
So here you're just gonna layer all of your ingredients that you just cut up. So you're gonna throw in some fresh garlic, you're gonna throw in some onion, and then your bay leaves. You're also gonna do some Coca-Cola, but if you use the Mexican Coke, use some lime and lemon juice and season that shit up.
If you're on keto and you don't have these, you need them. They are 0 carb. Check it out if you don't believe me. 4 carbs minus fiber, that is 0. And only 20 calories for those who count calories. Let me show you how you cook them. When you open them, they look like this. Pour into your strainer. Rinse them really well. Dump them out and dry them. We just kind of squeeze out all the moisture that we possibly can. This is what they look like. Let's put some olive oil in a pan. 2 to 3 cloves of garlic, minced or chopped, roughly, it doesn't matter. You can add any vegetables you want, but I'm adding celery because it's grocery day and that's all I have. I added like 5 Brussels sprouts chopped. Add your seasonings. Add your noodles. Add a little more oil. Seasoning again. A little of this. Doesn't get much better. Follow for more.
So, my wife is sleeping. Let's surprise her with a random breakfast. Now let's go. I've got some potatoes from a local farm. We've got some doodles in the house. Gonna give them a wash, slice them up, salt up some boiling water. All right, what do we got? Glizzies? Strain after 18 minutes. Fry up those glizzies. I'm gonna hit those potatoes with some olive oil, rosemary salt. If you know, you know. Yeah. Sergeant Gilbert, give them a good toss. Gonna air fry at 400 for about 18 minutes. Add a little vinegar to your poaching water. Poach up your eggs. Time to plate up. Potatoes, some glizzy action, little pickled red onion, little truffle ketchup, chives from my garden, poached eggs, some Walden salt on those eggs, and a little Gilbert. There's my random breakfast. This is like a reverse D Panda situation. I love it. Look, if you're a foodie, you must follow me. And please remember to like the post. That's what makes it go. You know I love you, animal.
Today I'm going to show you how to make loaded cauliflower. The great thing about this is it all happens in one pan, and it's one of those things you don't have to constantly watch. So we're breaking down 1 head of cauliflower into bite-sized pieces. I'm going to get that into the pan with 1 tablespoon of avocado oil and some bacon grease, which is optional. And you're basically going to pan roast this until you get some nice color and the cauliflower is cooked through. Lower the heat and add in some pepper jack, chili lime, and now we're going to make a sour cream sauce to drizzle over top. This is really good and cuts through a lot of the fat from the bacon. And this comes together really quickly. Sour cream sauce, some crispy bacon, and 3 chopped scallions go on top. And that's it. Enjoy.
Try this next time you're doing tacos for your family. Get a little bit of cheese, any kind, and just place it in the middle of your skillet. Add a little bit more and let it slowly do its thing. Make sure it's on medium heat. Now go ahead and get your favorite tortilla. This one only has 4 net carbs, and I like to heat it up over the open flame. That's how I grew up and I love it. And now just throw that tortilla over your cheese. With the spatula, move it around and slowly flip it over. Guys, the longer you leave the cheese, the crunchier it is. That's how I like mine, super crunchy. Now just go ahead and fill it up with whatever you made for breakfast. I have chorizo and egg and some salsita. After trying this, I can guarantee you're gonna do this from now on. Enjoy.
This is my pre-workout meal going down for breakfast. So I'm training around 11. So I typically have in the morning a high protein, high-ish, moderate fat and low carb meal and try and save my carbohydrates for later on in the day. Personally, I crave all my carbs in the evening, and that's typically when most people binge or fall off their diet. So I've put 1 egg. I normally do 2 or 3, but only had 1 in the kitchen. Egg whites, some salad and leaves, and then fry all that all together and scramble it. I then also added some ham for some added proteins. Also season it as you so desire. I like to add quite a lot of salt in, black pepper and some chili flakes. The salt will actually help your pump in the gym, so it's quite good to have pre-workout and makes you feel good, so that's always a bonus. And then I'm also like to have fruit or veg with every single meal. So I'm having raspberries, which is quite random, but it was just what's in my fridge. So yeah, hope everyone has a good day, and I'm gonna live stream my workout at 11, so follow along.
Okay, so my favorite keto snack ever is super easy and everybody can make it. So it has 1 cucumber, it can be English, can be regular, it doesn't matter. Cream cheese, everything but the bagel seasoning, and some bacon. If you don't have bacon or you're vegetarian, you can leave this out, but this is how I make it. So go ahead and cut your cucumber in about 3rds or 4ths, whatever you can manage, like so. Now cut down the middle, like so. Optional, but I like to cut here and here and make a little triangle and pop the middle out. Once that's done, I put some cream cheese in a bag and I cut the tip off, like so. You don't have to do this method, but I go ahead and pipe my cream cheese and I fill them all. Sprinkle some of your seasoning. No. Now for the bacon. Holy yum. This snack is basically 0 carbs.